So, hello friends. Today we'll be talking about how you should choose a particular institution and how you should choose a particular course for the preparation of civil services examination. See, what happens, there are many people who have their kith and kin, their friends near and dear, who advise them to choose a particular institution. That particular institution is good, and you should go for a particular course that could suffice your requirement. But everybody is not alike. There are so many people we have come across in our professional life who do not know how to choose a particular institution, how to choose a particular course, and that's really an enigma for them. So, today we'll be taking up how to choose an institution and how to choose a course. So, first we'll talk about institution because that is the thing that will let you to undergo any particular course. So, institute. Next thing is, if institution, then which particular course. Now, how to choose an institution is really a tough task for anybody, because in the midst of so many institutions all around, it is really difficult to ascertain which could really help you to sail through the whole gamut of this examination. So, first and foremost thing about the institution is, you must know what is the plan of the course. So, I'll say plan of the course. What do we mean by the plan of the course? Plan of the course means you should know when it is starting, when it is about to complete, what is the daily schedule, after the class, how the things would be conducted with regard to assessment. If assessment has been done, what about evaluation? How properly or how haphazardly the classes are planned. All these things, I'll say, comes under the plan of the course. The next thing is, you should know about the batch timing, because in the days of COVID, everybody has become little bit irregular. So somebody likes to have a class in the morning, somebody likes to have the class in the evening, afternoon, so on and so forth. So choose the one which could suit your daily routine. So I'll say, see the batch timing. After batch timing, the another thing that's come into picture is, do you have a demo class of the subject teachers? Because that is the only interface you have before you join a particular institution. So definitely take into account demo class, whether that is available on the YouTube or maybe on the website of the institution. That will set the line and length of yours, and you can assess whether this could be suitable institution for you or not. So once we have talked about the demo class, we must see the plan projected by the institution, and then very important thing is whether the course would be completed on time or in time or not. So completion of the course. Completion of the course. Rather, I'll say it should be timely completion of the course. Once the completion of the course has been given by the institution, you can very well assess whether it will be suitable for you or not. Say, for example, the preliminary exam, before the preliminary examination, at least 15 to 20 days in advance of prelims, your course should be over. If you're joining a particular institution for a men's course, definitely again, before 15 to 20 days ahead of the examination, your course should be over. So do keep in the mind the timely completion of the course. The other key factor is study material, whether the institution would be offering you the right kind of updated study material or not. See, there are plethora of study material available in the market. There are plethora of textbooks, but everything cannot be handy for you. So what you have to see, within the stipulated and limited amount of time, a particular course material is going to suffice your need or not. Whether the study material that has been prepared is in consonance with the examination pattern or not. How you can check it? You can check it by seeing the previous year question and turning over the pages of the relevant topic and see whether that particular topic at least has been covered in the study material or not. That will give you a sense of right or wrong, or a standard or substandard about the study material. Next is, I'll say, this is the backbone of any coaching institution, or for that matter, any academic institution, and that is faculty. So you have to see whether the institution has the experienced faculty or not. See, it's not possible to for every institution to have faculty member with 20 years, 30 years of experience. But of course, the faculty member should be competent enough, should have at least a couple of years of experience, so that he can let you to sail through the whole paraphernalia of the course smoothly. And of course, he should have the mastery over the subject. There are two kind of things. Somebody who has a natural academic record in that particular subject only. Let's say somebody who is teaching history could be the one who has graduated or post-graduated or even doctorate degree in history, but somebody who is a mechanical engineer or civil engineer, but then he has learned the subject and acquired mastery, maybe during the course of preparation, and he knows what has been covered in a particular institution and what has not been covered, and because of what he couldn't make it finally, and he'll be the one who could plug the loopholes, who could fill the lacunae. So see which faculty is there, whether he is experienced or not, and if he is experienced as claimed by the institution, just go and see the demo class. After the faculty, the another thing that comes into the element of a good institution is whether they are having proper assessment or not. So I'll say, are they offering mock test? We'll talk little bit more about the mock test after a while, but you just see whether they are offering the mock tests or not. And the last but not the least, I'll say whether the institution is having the kind of fee which is within the reach of everybody or not. So I'll say a fee which is bearable by majority of the students. If in case it seems the fee is not within the reach of the student, what you can do, you can approach the institution, go for the scholarship test. Having written the scholarship test, you will get a substantial amount of the waiver, and accordingly we can approach, and accordingly we can move further. And still, if it is out of your pocket, maybe management will come for further help, and they will allow you to go for the entire program. So once you are taking decision about the institution, just see whether these kind of parameters are being met or not. And if it is being met, I can say definitely you should go for that particular institution. Let me tell you, we at AQYS are going to meet all these requirements without any doubt. One more thing that comes, and usually people ask, the previous record. See, there are times when institution is new, it's a new entity, but the team is old. So in that case, the result could not be visible from the institution side. But what I'll say, see the result of the faculty. Whether a particular faculty who is taking up the classes has been known among the students or not, and have they given a good record of results or not. If that is there, so it's as good as the previous record of the institution.